So today we are going to discuss about this abdominal acupuncture, or this is called turtle acupuncture. Our abdomen just react exactly in the shape of turtle. Like if we stimulate the head region, so we can enhance the functioning of the brain. If we stimulate the leg region, arm region, joints, or spine, so we can resolve and rectify the problem of the spine. Especially turtle acupuncture is very effective for pain and paralysis. So now let's discuss. So before proceeding to the further part, I would like to tell you, you can see the image of turtle here. So we have imposed the image of turtle over the abdomen in this way. So we can see while treating the abdomen, not only we can treat the spine, but we can treat brain neurological problems. We can treat throat and thyroid problems. We can treat shoulder pain, elbow pain, wrist pain. We can treat whole spine, and as well as we can treat hip pain, knee pain, all the pain from any part of the body. So not only pain, we can treat hormonal problems, spine diseases, so like lumbar spondylosis and all. So this turtle acupuncture is excellent acupuncture this time. So for proceeding and learning the turtle acupuncture, first we should be aware with little bit with the energy pathways. As we know, this is the central line of the body. Like if we see our body, so look, if this is the head and neck, this is the diaphragm, this is the chest cavity, this is the abdominal cavity, and this is the both the legs. So if we imagine a human body in this way, so we can see this is the head region, this is the throat region, this is the chest cavity, this is abdominal cavity, this is area of reproductive part. So in this way, right now our main focus on the abdomen. So if we see just abdomen only, so look at here, this is the diaphragm, and we can see the chest bone is here. The name of this bone is sternum bone or chest bone. And this is the end of chest bone. Then if we keep on going in the central line, so this is the central line or central meridian or central energy pathway. So we reached here. This is the pubic bone. In the acupuncture, we are telling this meridian, Ren meridian. This is the name of this meridian, Ren meridian. Or another synonyms or another name of this meridian is CV meridian. So if we talk about the CV meridian or we talk about the Ren meridian, the meaning of this that we are just talking about the central meridian. CV means conception vessel. So now we will look this same thing here in the other image. Look at this image in this diagram. In this diagram, same thing has been explained. We can see the umbilicus. On the location of umbilicus, we can see 8 number point number 8 or CB8 means conceptual basal 8. And we can see whole central meridian is like CB2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in this way. So this central line has been given the name of CV meridian or conception basal meridian. This line keep on going upward and it also go to the chest. But even in the chest region, it is following the central midline between both the nipples. This central line going further, reaching in the throat region. In the throat region also, it is holding the central midline. And the end point of this meridian is just below the lower lips. So this is 24 number point. So whenever we talk about the CB meridian, that CB meridian having total 24 point. Point number 1 to point number 24. Point number 1 start from the perineum. Point number 1 start from the Mooladhara chakra. So we can look at here. This is the Mooladhara chakra between the genital and anus. This is the Mooladhara chakra or the location of CB1. So CB1 meridian starts from this area and it follows the central line. Then it keep on going upward. Then following the throat and ending below the lips. So in this way, we can see this CB meridian having total 24 points. So if this is the head region, this is the neck region, this is the whole body. So CB meridian start from the central line, going up, 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 and ending below the lower lip. So this is CB24 and below is CB1. So CB1 point, it crossing the umbilicus or navel region. On the location of navel, we have CB8 point or conception basal 8 point. And this is so wonderful point, CB8, because before the birth, we are getting all the nutrition from this point only, because we are connected with our mother with the help of umbilical cord. And this umbilical cord starts from the navel. So that's why whenever we talk about the abdomen, it is very great energy enhancing area because of navel region. Second, as per the acupuncture, this navel region has been considered as a mother of all meridian, mother of all energy routes, mother of all energy pathways. This navel region has been considered where multiple nerves cross each other. So this is become a junction or bundle of energies. So that's why whenever we talk about the navel, it is a very great influencer of the energy. So look at this image. We can see in this image, this is the chest bone. Or the name of this bone is sternum. And this is the lower end of this bone. This is the lower end of sternum bone, or it is called G-phi sternum. So when I will ask you, tell me what is G-phi sternum, your answer will be the lower end of the sternum bone. That is called G-phi sternum. Or in the other word, if we tell that if sternum is a complete body, so this is the head region. This is the head of sternum. This is the body of sternum. And this is the tail of sternum. And this tail of sternum has been considered with the name of G-phi sternum. So from the G-phi sternum, if we go down from this part, from the G-phi sternum, if we start from here, if we keep on going down, down, down in this way and reaching to the this bone, this is pubic bone. And this is G-phi sternum. The total length of this area is 13 chun. 13 chun. Chun. In the acupuncture, we measure everything with the help of chun. We know what is chun, but I will give you only one small glimpse of chun. The meaning of chun is when we talk about the thumb. So this is the joint. This total width of middle joint of the thumb is called one chun. If we take two fingers and we take these two fingers together and measure from this part to this part, the total width of two finger. So two finger is equal to 1.5 chun. So one thumb width is equal to 1 chun. Two finger width is equal to 1.5 chun. If we take three finger together, 1, 2, 3, and measure only middle joint from one corner to another corner. So three finger together, three finger width is called 2 chun. And one last, if I take all the four finger and measure all the middle joint, so I am just measuring on the middle joint of the all four fingers, then this bit called 3 chun. So chun is the measurement unit in the acupuncture. So one thumb width is 1 chun, two finger width is 1.5 chun, three finger width is 2 chun, and four finger width is 3 chun. This is very basic knowledge which we always use in the acupuncture. Why? Because we can't take centimeter or inch because patient may be very small 3 years kid, or it may be person of 6 feet. So we can't go with the centimeter or inch. So whenever we are going with the help of chun, if this is a small kid, so finger will be small, so chun will be small. If it is a 6 feet person, then finger will be according to the height. So if we take the chun measurement, it is always better. So in the acupuncture, we anything measure with the help of chun. So whenever we see this is the chest bone or sternum bone, and this is the lower end of the sternum, or we tell it G sternum, and we have diaphragm here like this. Then we have abdomen. This is the whole abdomen. So the distance between G sternum to this pubic bone is 1-3, means 13 chun. So in this image, we can see again. So look at here. This is the sternum bone, and this is the lower end of the sternum bone, or G sternum. From here, we are going down till this bone. This is the bone. We can see this is the pubis bone. Pubis bone is the part of hip bone, because in the hip bone we have 3 bones. So if we see the hip bone, this is the ilium, this is the pubis, and this is the ischium. So we have 3 bones: ilium, ischium, pubis, and pubis bone in the center. So these 3 bones together make a hip bone. So hip bone has made by 3 bones: ilium, we can see this one, ischium, and in the center it is pubis. These all the 3 bones get fused with each other and make a hip bone. So this central one is the hip bone. If from the navel region, if you go 7 finger down, then you can touch and feel this hip bone or pubis bone. So you can do for yourself from the navel region. First you measure 4 finger, then again 3 finger. So you will reach 7 finger down. That is the location of this pubis bone, pubic bone. So the distance between G-face sternum till the pubic bone is 13 chun, or we can tell 13 thumb width, or we can measure accordingly, because just we have learned how to measure. Okay, after getting this idea, so if this is the G-face sternum, this is the pubic bone, and I told you total length is 13 chun. Okay, now from the G-face sternum, if you go 8 chun down, 8 chun down. So this is the location of navel region. So the distance between G-face sternum to navel is 8 chun. Now, how much left? 5 left. So from the navel region, if you go 5 chun down, that is pubis bone. So in this way, 8 plus 5, it becomes 13. Look at again. From G-face sternum to umbilicus, navel region, is 8 chun. Then from umbilicus to pubic bone is 5 chun. So 8 plus 5 is equal to 13 chun is the total distance between G-face sternum to the pubic bone. As a healer, we should have the idea of this distance. And we have to measure this distance with the finger of patient, with the finger of the person. So now, coming to the another image, look at this image. In this image, we can see very clearly that this is the umbilicus or navel region. From here, if we are going up, so this distance is, even we have to go more up. So this is if we are going up, 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 up. So after completing the 8 chun, we will get Giffey sternum. And from the umbilicus, if we are going 5 chun down, that is the location of pubic bone. Okay, so now we will look at another thing here. So this is the diaphragm, this is the chest bone, this is the Giffey sternum, this total length is 8 chun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is the navel region. So we can see this is the 1 chun, then 2 chun, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After 8 chun, we reach to the Giffey sternum. Now from here, we are going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we reached on the pubic bone. And this meridian has been given the name of Wren meridian. So from the pubic bone, we will start. This is the Wren 2, then Wren 3, Wren 4, Wren 5. Now we are jumping to the Wren 7. We are skipping Wren 6 here. Wren 8, Wren 9, Wren 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Just we have skipped here one point, that is Wren 6. We will look at this later on. Other than Wren 6, all other points are just on the 1, 1, 1 chun. They are the following complete rule. So it is very easy to find out all the points. Just first you have to remember the Wren 8 is the navel region. And Wren and CV both are same thing. So either we are telling Wren 11 or we can tell CV 11. Both are the same thing. Now we are looking the same thing in the other image. So this is the diaphragm. This is the chest bone or sternum bone. This is the lower end of Giffey sternum. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the umbilicus or Wren 8. Now again we are going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now if we count, this is the Wren 7, Wren 5, Wren 4, Wren 3, Wren 2. Wren 2 means on the pubic bone. So here, just in between Wren 5 and Wren 7, we have Wren 6 point. So if I ask you, tell me the location of Wren 7, you can tell 1 chun. But if I ask you, tell me the location of RAN 6, you will tell 1.5 tune. That is the RAN 6. Only this is the variation. Otherwise, all the points are following the same schedule, same pattern. Only RAN 6 are 1.5 tune below. How to measure 1.5 tune? 1.5 tune is equal to 2 fingers. 2 fingers. Look at here. This is the 2 finger, means 1.5 tune. 3 finger, 2 tune. 4 finger, means 3 tune. So in this way, how to measure 1.5 tune with the help of 2 fingers? So on the navel region, if you keep just 2 fingers, and you will reach on the RAN 6. Okay. So in this way, if I ask you, tell me the location of RAN 4. So RAN 4 is very easy to find out. So coming first RAN 7, then RAN 5, then RAN 4. So RAN 4 is 3 tune down. Or we can see in this image. So here we can see from the CV8, if you are going 1 tune down, that is CV7, again 1 tune down, CV5, again 1 tune down, CV4. So if I ask you, tell me the location of CV4, you will tell 3 tune down from navel. Okay, tell me the location of CV6, you will tell 1.5 tune down from the navel. So one is 3 tune down, one is 1.5 tune down. So this is the navel or RAN 8. From here, this is the CV4 and just in between CV6. So these 2 points we have to remember. Now, if we look at in the upper side, so this is the RAN 8. From the RAN 8, if we go 8 tune up, so this is the highest point because this length is 8 tune. If we search a midpoint, so midpoint means 4 tune distance here and 4 tune distance from here. So this is the RAN 8, then RAN 9, 10, 11 and 12. So RAN 12 is the midpoint. So if this is the sternum bone or chest bone, this is the navel. If you take just middle point, that is the RAN 12. So now done. So whenever we make our turtle, so whenever we make a turtle, this is the navel. The head of turtle starts from the RAN 12. The head of turtle starts from the RAN 12. And turtle ending on the RAN 3. So from RAN 8, if we going 4 tune up, that is the location of RAN 12. And from the RAN 8, if you are going 4 tune down, that is the location of RAN 3. So it becomes very easy to understand if we take a central line, making the umbilical point, going 4 tune up. That is RAN 12. And going 4 tune down, that is RAN 3. So this 8 tune area has been taken by the turtle. So this is the navel region. This is the RAN 12. This is the RAN 11. Gopi. Okay. The head of turtle is between RAN 12 to RAN 11. RAN 12 is 4 Chunar, RAN 11 is 3 Chunar. So this is the head of turtle. So whenever you insert one needle on the RAN 12, it is treating head and mouth area. Or we can tell it the starting of head is RAN 12 and ending of head is RAN 11. So when we talk about the central meridian, we tell it CV. The meaning of CV is conception, basal, meridian. This is the full form, or we tell it RAN meridian. So this is the navel region, this is the uppermost part. So this total length is 8 chun from RAN 8 to RAN 16 and middle point is RAN 12. That is the head of turtle. And head of turtle start from the RAN 12 and goes till the RAN 11. So what we are doing when we see the head region, starting of head is RAN 12, ending of head. And what is ending of head? That is cervical 1. So RAN 12 is treating any condition of the head and mouth, eyes, ear, everything which is available in the head region. And RAN 11 is treating cervical 1. So look at in this image. If you see this image, we can see this is the head region. In the head region, we have this bone, this is frontal bone. Then this is the parietal bone. And if we go on the back side, this is the occipital bone. Now this is the ending of head region. This is the ending of head region. As soon as head ends, this is the starting of cervical 1 vertebra. Then we have cervical 1, cervical 2, cervical 3, till we have cervical 7. We have total C1 to C7, 7 cervical vertebra in the neck region. That will be the next part. So our RAN 12 to RAN 11 area, this has been given to the head region. And RAN 11 is the very good point for the cervical 1. So in this condition, if we needle or if we do massage at this RAN 12 point, which is fortune up from the navel region, if we do the massage at this point, this RAN 12. So this point, RAN 12 point is very good for all the head condition like headache, insomnia, high blood pressure, migraine, eye pain, ear pain, and any condition which is connected with the head region, especially all the condition which is connected with the head like epilepsy and psychosomatic problems. So all the things can be rectified just by RAN 12. And this point has been considered as a very great point for these all conditions. We are very commonly using this point for high blood pressure because this influences directly our brain and nervous system, our thalamus, hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and all the glands who are in the brain. And as soon as we are reaching to the next point, so this is the RAN 12, we are reaching to the next point, that is RAN 11. So this is the cervical one. Then after that, our cervical vertebra start. Then we have other cervical vertebra as well. So let's see here. When we talk about the cervical vertebra start from the RAN 11 or CV11. So CV11 is the first point of cervical vertebra, and cervical vertebra ends on the CV10. So this Bunchun area has been allotted to the cervical region. So from here, from this area, our cervical one start until the level of cervical CV10. This is the location of cervical 7. And we know when we talk about our neck, we have cervical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have total 7 cervical vertebra. And if there is any problem in these cervical vertebra, then we suffer with the neck pain. Then doctor tell you are having cervical spondylosis. So cervical spondylosis is the compression and osteophyte formation and some problem in between the cervical vertebra. Now look at the cervical vertebra here in this image. If you see in this image, as soon as this our occipital part of the head is ending, we can see this cervical vertebra starting. Cervical vertebra is the first part of the spine, and we have total 7 cervical vertebrae. You can see here. We have cervical 1, cervical 2, cervical 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have total 7 cervical vertebra. Total 7 cervical vertebrae. So C1 is the starting and C7 is the ending. So when we needle RAN 11, that is the cervical 1. So RAN 11 is the starting of cervical and RAN 10 is the ending of cervical. So from the navel region, so this is the navel region. From here, if we are going 8 tune up, that is the CV16, but we have to start from the midpoint. That is CV12, CV12 to CV11. That area has been allotted to the head region. Then CV11 to CV10 area. That area has been allotted to the neck region, and we can see C12, C7, all cervical vertebra in this area. So in this way, whenever you want to treat any cervical spondylosis condition, these points may help. And these are the very excellent points. As soon as you put the needle, effect will come immediately. Abdominal acupuncture is very good for pain and paralysis. Abdominal acupuncture is very good for hormonal problems. It is very good for obesity. And abdominal acupuncture is very good for general rejuvenation and maintaining the youthfulness. So this CV11 to CV10 area is very good for neck region. How to locate CV10? The navel is a CV8. So from the CV8, if you are going to tune up, that is the CV10. How to measure to tune? With the help of three finger. If you take three finger, 1, 2, and 3. And take the middle joint width, that is to tune. So from the navel, if you keep two finger, so you will be reaching on the point that is CV10, and CV10 is the last point of cervical vertebra. And cervical vertebra is not a very simple things. We can treat multiple problems just with the help of cervical vertebra. So this is the CV8. We are going to tune up. That is CV10. One tune up. That is CV11. This area is neck area. So let's enlarge this area. Okay. So this is the CV11 and this is the CV10. So in between we have cervical 1 to cervical 7. So cervical 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These all points we are having just in between CV11 to CV10. From the CV1, nerve is going toward the head region because this is the uppermost part of the cervical region. So from here, nerve going in the head region. So if someone is suffering with the dizziness, vertigo, then needling on the CV11 will help because cervical 1 is directly connected with the dizziness. Cervical 2 is directly connected with the eyes and ear. So look at this face. Cervical 1 is connected with this area. So if someone is suffering with dizziness and any mental problems, you can treat cervical 1. Cervical 2 is connected with eyes and ear. So if someone is suffering with the problem of vision, macular degeneration, glaucoma, retinitis pigmentosa, and any problem of the eye, you can needle CV2. Sorry, you can needle cervical 2. Cervical 3 is connected with the face area. So it increases the facial beauty as well as it is very good for the face. So cervical 1 is dizziness. Cervical 2 is eye and ear. Cervical 3 is the face. Now we are reaching down, then this area. Cervical 4 is connected with the mouth and nose. Then cervical 5 is connected with the throat region. So if anyone is suffering with a sore throat, throat infection, that is any problem with the vocal cord, so that is cervical 5. Cervical 6 is connected with the shoulder region. And cervical 7 also connected with the shoulder and arms. So I will write down here cervical 1 for brain. So that's why it is good for dizziness. Cervical 2, eye and ear. Cervical 3, face. Cervical 4, nose, mouth, as well lips. 5, connected with the vocal cord, pharynx, throat infection, and all. Cervical 7, connected to the neck muscles, neck, shoulder, and arm. And cervical 7 is a very important nerve which is connected with arm as well as thyroid. So many times patient coming to us, doctor, can you treat my running nose? Running nose. So we use cervical 4. So how to put the needle? So this is a REN 11. This is the REN 10. And we know we have total 7 cervical vertebrae 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. So in this way, we can go in the middle part and we can put the 2 needle there. That is the location of cervical 4. So one patient telling, can you treat my throat infection? Cervical 5. Can you treat my thyroid problem? Thyroid problem is connected with cervical 7. So that's why if we put needle on the REN 10, it is the excellent point for the thyroid. It is the excellent point for the thyroid. So we can, because this chart is very much important. So you can remember this for your reference. And C7 is the arm and thyroid. So this is a very important chart, which we should always remember. And needling in this area. So that's why REN line is very much important. And with the help of these vertebrae, we can treat multiple disorders.